Hey everybody, it's Just In Case. I am doing a quick review. Not even like a review. I'm just fucking unboxing shit, and I'm gonna talk about it. Review sounds pretentious to me, so yeah. I just got the X-Men wave. If any of you have seen my stories, you probably know I've had Wolverine for a while, so I'm not probably gonna talk about him too much. He's awesome. This is hands down my favorite Marvel Legend. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I'm a huge Wolverine fan. Batman's always been my number one favorite. Second has always been Wolverine. Then Superman, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman. So that's my top five. Favorite heroes, I'm waiting to get maybe some better articulated and newer stuff when it comes to the DC. But Marvel has been killing it. So yeah, I'm going to unbox these fuckers and then we're going to put together Apocalypse. So for anybody who has not already seen somebody talk about this wave or just wants to see it again for fun or hear my take on it, I don't know why you would, but I appreciate it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think too. If you comment on this video, or let me know in the DMs. I am not some kind of asshole. Let me know if I'm doing well with this whole IGTV thing. It's new for me. I'd like to eventually have a YouTube channel. That's if anybody gives a shit about hearing what I have to say about probably toys and movies, because those are my two main passions. Possibly even supplements, since I do work at a supplement store. So that might be something separate outside of here. Ooh. But yeah, without any further fucking around, I am going to go ahead and jump right into it. I did open up two. I went to work today and opened up Psylocke. So she's already out of the package. So I've had a chance to mess with her. I absolutely love this figure. Psylocke is probably, next to Rogue, my second favorite X-Babe. Yeah, growing up, I mean, for anybody who played the Sega Genesis game, the X-Men one, it was, having her do that low kick was always a highlight of the day. We're going to open up the Apocalypse piece that's in here. By the way, if these are long or too long, let me know. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, we got the leg here. All right, I'm going to set that. You can't really see what I'm doing on the table. Maybe if I push this back more. There we go. You don't need to be, yeah. All right, cool. So I will put Psylocke aside. And then we have Sabretooth is the next one I want to kind of talk about, because I also opened him. Put him in a few stances with Wolverine, and I'm already in love with this figure. Whereas Joker's my favorite DC villain, Sabretooth has always been up there since he is the counterpart to Wolverine. He is the, basically his arch nemesis. So yeah, Sabretooth is huge villain for me, and always one of my favorites. He came with Apocalypse's left arm, right? Left. All right, now we're gonna open the ones that I haven't opened yet. I've been dying to do this all day. All right, we're gonna start with Gladiator. This is the one I'm not looking forward to. I don't think I'm even gonna keep it. I'm probably gonna sell them loose, so we don't need to really worry about packaging or anything. I just want to get this out. And there we go. By the way, I sold this whole unboxing from, I think it's Kaiju Blocks. He does the best unboxings. He just basically just destroys the entire package. All right, and this is a pain in the dick to get out. I'm not damaging the figure, because I am probably going to either give him to somebody or sell him to somebody who does want him. Wow. Alright, they love to do that shit with the capes, but if you're patient, it pops right out. So here is Gladiator. I'm going to move you guys over a little bit. I'll get them all back into frame when I'm done with this video, I guess. Alright, he came with Apocalypse's head. This is why I had to have the figure, because I didn't want a headless Apocalypse. Headless Horseman would be okay. Apocalypse, not so much. Alright, and then this is the same body mold. I think it's, what do they call it? The Hyperion mold. The Sabretooth's on. not one of my favorites. I really wish they gave this kind of an update. I think the update's coming. It's like, I know, I cannot wait for the Omega Red. It looks like a bigger body buck, similar to this one, but with better articulation, with the butterfly joints, and it just looks better. Wow, he looks really wonky out of package. So he is gonna be doing this. The Mohawk's cool. Like, I'm just not really a big fan of Gladiator. He's kind of like a blatant Superman ripoff. Remembered him briefly from like the X-Men animated series. He was kind of a protector of the Shi'ar. I could be wrong about that too. Feel free to correct me. I have no idea what I'm talking about sometimes. It's kind of, recollection's hazy. I've read a ton of comic books in the past. I still try to stay current or at least know the storylines of stuff, but I haven't picked up any single issues in a very long time. I usually wait for collections to come out and then buy them. So I know of Gladiator. I'm just not the biggest fan. It's not something I need, so I'm probably going to eventually, give him to a better home. So yeah, that's Gladiator. Good figure. Looks great. That's all I got. Yeah. All right, on to the next one. And the other one that I'm not so stoked on is Multiple Man. I do think Multiple Man is cool. I just not going to collect the X Factor. I don't see the need for it. And I promised myself I wouldn't go insane or too crazy when it came to collecting, so I tried to at least limit how much I have. That way I don't get overrun with toys. With that in mind, though, I'm still buying a fuck ton of toys. So he's going to go to a better home. I know people are wanting to army build this guy. I don't blame them. He comes with another leg for Apocalypse. So there we go. Picked out the kind of smiling. Let me see if that gets there. You can kind of see it. Yeah. This might not be the best lighting. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. This unmasked head. So it looks pretty. Yeah, looks like a basic dude. And then the snarling head. And yeah, I can already tell they did, because I saw in other reviews they said the coat was a little bit more pliable. Again, this is going to be coat that this is going to be the coat that we get with Gambit, which I am fine with. I know other people have told me that they wanted a cloth goods coat and they're pissed off and everything. I actually prefer the plastic. At least it's not that super filmy plastic. I'm older, so I got the old 90s Toy Biz, like 5-inch scale Gambit that had like a basically piece of cellophane around him as, a coat. And that thing got disintegrated within the first week of playing with it. So I think we're spoiled. I don't always particularly like cloth goods. There's a reason why I'm not a big fan of the Mezco either. I like, just a straight up plastic action figure. But yeah, it looks good. The coat is more pliable. It's not as rigid as like, I know Spider-Man Noir has a very similar coat to this. I think it's like the same damn one except for painted black. Came with, I think, Nick Fury figure too. And it's been used a couple times, but it was really molded, so you couldn't really do much. This one, it's got a lot more give to it. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot more malleable. So you can probably get some cool poses and everything. Like I said, I'm not keeping him, so I'm not going to fuck around with him too much. I'm going to try to keep him very nice for whoever he goes to. So yeah, that's all I have to say about him. On to the next ones, which I am very much looking forward to. And my other Wolverine. Now, I already have a Wolverine, so you'd think like, well, why are you going to open another Wolverine? Because I want like fucking 4 of these. So yeah, I am opening him. I'm going to take a look. Yeah. All right, and I'll give you more of a actual like thoughts on my Wolverine. My thoughts on the two over here, Psylocke and Sabretooth. I fucking love them. That's what I'm going to say. I will say this about Wolverine though. The one eye is really hard to get on camera well. There's just like, there's one bigger eye than the other. If you can kind of see here, and it probably won't focus because, I'm using it. There it goes. So yeah, one eye is a little bit more open than the other, and on camera it's super hard. You really have to shine like light right in there for it to actually like, not look like he's one-eyed, like he's patching it the whole time. But I'm gonna go ahead and take out the other Wolverine. I'm just tossing this shit on the floor. And I might have him displayed in my X-Men shelf next to the other X-Men without the claws popped, because I never know what to do these fucking hands. And I will say, I think it's cool that you get any accessories. I know a lot of figures, they just give you the figure and they'll be like, here, give us our money. So I don't complain about anything. I will say, I've had other people say it'd be cool to have open hands with Wolverine. I can agree with that. So somewhere down the line, or like even just, if they make another figure that has kind of the similar blue gloves, but has a couple like extra hands, it's just ones we can pop on Wolverine, I'm fine with that too. All right, the claws actually, like, unlike the other Wolverine, the brown suit, the claws were super rigid. You could kind of bend them out, but not by much. These, like, they really move around in the joint, so it doesn't take much work to get them to go straight. I think my first set was a little bit better, my first one. A little bit better than this one, but this one's probably just going to sit on the shelf primarily and look cool. Because I want to do my own separate Wolverine with his Rogues Gallery around him on a shelf, and then I'm going to have him in with the X-Men as well. So, yeah. Hands down, this is got to be my favorite of the wave. I'm just a huge Wolverine fan, so I am biased, but it is an amazing figure. For the height, for the proportions, for the shoulder pads, which are on that, hinge. If you're a Wolverine fan, it's a must. I know other people have said, like, if you have the Mezco, or if you have, the Revoltech Wolverine, those are good. I only collect light. I like the size and scale of Legends. Much like I like the DC-UC line that Mattel used to do. Most of those are old DC-UC. I don't like to fuck around with height. I don't fuck with cloth goods. Like, nothing against anybody who does Mezco. I think they're cool. Eventually I'll have probably one, maybe. I just really prefer just straight up plastic. You get water on it, you get shit around it. The cat's accidentally knock it over. It's not like damaged. So it's just something I'm used to, and I love the price point. Like, I got all these. Basically, they all came out to being about $23, $24 a piece, which is what I was going to get them had I remained with GameStop. Nothing against GameStop. I just got so fucking impatient for this wave. So yeah, Wolverine, amazing. This has got to be one of my favorite figures that I own at all. And I own a ton of Mezco, no I don't. I own a ton of NECA, a lot of Legends, a lot of old DC-UC, the DC Universe Classics line. I have even more than just those, I think, in storage somewhere. I got a lot of favorite figures though, but as far as being all-time favorites, this is definitely up there, along with the Ash that my girlfriend, Atomic Girl, got for me, and the Batman behind me, and I'd have to go and actually take a look at everything to make up a new top 5. People have asked about my top 5 figures. I'll do one eventually. But yeah, love this Wolverine. Going to get probably one more just to keep on the shelves. This one's going to be my one go-to to do shots with, because he's pretty broken in. And I want to keep one on card, just because I've never been like that before, but now with a lot of the figures I absolutely love, I kind of want to have one on card. Much like I have a Chucky and a Pennywise that will be on card. So, yeah. All right, that's enough of Wolverine. You've seen me take shots of him. Hopefully you have, if you follow my page. He's awesome. I fucking love that figure. Next up is, actually I'm going to wait. I actually do Storm now. Okay, next up is Storm. This is definitely one I was looking forward to. It's not exactly the look that I want for Storm, but I do like this look on her, and I just love Storm. She's another one of my favorite Marvel heroines, one of my favorite X-Babes. If that's an old school term, it's like the 90s where they called them X-Babes. Yeah, I really show my age in this review. And please, for anybody out there, don't be offended by that. I should probably say strong, independent, female hero. who is a part of the X-Men, which is already genderist, as most people heard Deadpool rant about in the sequel. She comes with the torso of Apocalypse, so we are getting down to making this Apocalypse. I really cannot. Reason that I had to get this wave was Apocalypse is just an amazing villain, one of my favorites. So I knew I'd have to own them all. These lightning effects, they are super rubbery. I am probably going to put them into my my fodder bin. I keep a couple of bins around just for like extras and effects I don't use, and might use them eventually. Might put them on other things. You know, they're cool. I like that she comes with, like I said, we're spoiled with accessories. So when people bitch, I'm like, shut up. You're lucky to get anything. Could just be a standard figure and done with it. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Woo! Got something in my eye. Wolverine came with the hoses. So yeah, I already have another set of hoses. I'm probably just going to use these to plug into them. But yeah, hoses came with Wolverine. Storm came with the torso, and now I'm just going to mess around with her really quickly. And a lot of people have said this is like their favorite in the wave. I absolutely, yeah. Just having it in hand, I can tell I already love it. She looks amazing. She will take my, the place on my X-Men shelf until they give us the Storm in white, which is the one that I want, because I want that kind of classic, animated series style Storm. But this one is absolutely beautiful. I'm not showing anybody. I'm just playing with it. So yeah, there you can see her. I love the whole other timeline when her and Logan got together. So yeah, I think those two, they kind of look nice together too. Yeah, she looks amazing. Belt is movable. The mohawk is awesome. I'll just get up here and show a little bit more detail. Does it help if I'm out of the way? Then I can't see what's going on. So, nope. Okay, I guess it's just going to be blurry. I don't know how to fix guys, come on. Swear to God, this usually works. It's like, hey, and yeah, it's not really helping anybody. Anyway, I like the lightning earrings, even though I guess that's not really how she specifically looked when she was in this costume, but I think it looks great. Yeah, the boots are pretty awesome. I just set her down without really messing with the legs much. She stands well. Yeah, probably going to have her not in too much of a dynamic pose on the shelf next to the X-Men, just because I want her represented there. Yeah, so probably much like my Kitty Pryde, just something where she's standing casual. So yeah, I really like this Storm. I'm going to mess with these a lot more as soon as I'm done doing this. But yeah, I'm stoked for all of these. And we have one more figure left, and then we're going to make Apocalypse, and that is Magneto. And I'm stoked. I am so psyched to have Magneto. Obviously, the best X-Men villain, the main X-Men villain, and just an overall badass. So I actually wasn't too sure if I liked the colors, but then I saw more, footage of him, and it honestly looks really cool. So I kind of I can dig the red and black. They're my two favorite colors. So I would have preferred the classic, orange. I just got off work. Bear with me. I would have preferred the purple and red, but I already have the Onslaught, which I'm going to stand right behind him. I kind of like this look. I'll probably eventually get the purple and red one because they did tease that at SDCC. So, I'll probably just have two friggin' Magnetos. The alternate head does look awesome. This is definitely like that 90s style Magneto. I mean, that is cool. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that. Yeah. Same lightning effects that Storm came with, but in purple. So we're going to throw those away. I don't really fucking care about those. Um, and he comes with the last piece to build Apocalypse, which is the right arm. So, yeah, a couple extra hands. I do like that you can change out and have him just in fists, so that is cool. I like that option. That's neat. I'm probably going to keep the purple kind of translucent hands on them, though, because they do look awesome. I think that'll look cool on the shelf. Let's get them out. Boom. And the cape already kind of tossed right off. So there's a peg on the back. It pegs in. Just getting him out of the box. That thing comes off. Yeah. Looks kind of like your standard type of, I don't know if this is a Bucky hat mold or not. It looks very similar to it, though. So nothing too crazy new within the body of Magneto. But the helmet looks amazing. He looks like a badass. This costume choice is definitely cool. I like the translucent purple hands. I like that. I think this is good enough without having to do the lightning effects. I don't know if he really uses magnetic lighting or lightning, but yeah, as you can see, it looks amazing. This is, it's Magneto. He looks fantastic. I think this is totally cool. I'm definitely stoked to have it. Especially considering I have Juggernaut and then I have Onslaught, and now I'll have Apocalypse too. I need like a Magneto. He's going to be in the centerpiece of my X-Men display. So I'll probably take shots of that, put on my story too, just to let you see how I'm setting up my X-Men, because I'm a huge nerd and it's right in my living room. But yeah, this guy definitely needs to go there, and then I get to make room for Sauron. No, Omega Red and Sabretooth are not going to go in the X-Men villains display. They're going to be separate with my Wolverine. I always wanted to make a separate display of Wolverine and his specific rogues gallery, and to me, Omega Red, Sabretooth, and Lady Deathstrike, Cyber. There's a few others that I want to kind of crowd around Wolverine. He doesn't have an extensive rogues gallery, nothing like Spider-Man or Batman, who have a huge rogues gallery. But he does have his few, and I just think it'd be cool to have him on a shelf surrounded by those. But that's, here nor there. Probably give you guys updates if anybody's interested. You can see me set that shit up whenever I have it. I'll probably put it on my Instagram feed or on my stream or on my story. If I get any requests to, I'll probably go through the whole house, show you all my nerdy shit that I have throughout here. But yeah, I am really psyched to have this Magneto. I like how you can do like a head cock, like, you fucking with me? That is cool. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna mess with these more and set them up. I can't wait to take some shots with him as well. But yeah, he looks so far, all this wave, even the Multiple Man, even the Gladiator, the ones that I don't really want, that I don't intend to keep at all, but they're all solid figures. They're great. It's a great wave. Yeah, I just think they all look fantastic. It's definitely cool. Definitely worth getting. And definitely, the Build-A-Figure, I haven't always been impressed with many of the Build-A-Figures, but Apocalypse is an essential X-Men villain. So this is one I knew I would have to have. So I'm going to set everything else aside, and we're going to stop talking, stop making this video any longer, because I'm already at like the nearly 25-minute mark, and just go on and let's put him together. So it's really hard to tell which leg is which. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine, but I want to say just from the curve of the foot, this is the, let me see, I think it's the left leg. We're gonna see. You know what, I can always change it later. All right, little tight going in. It looks looks like it's right. So, and by right, I mean left. Sorry. All right, and now we're going to put it in the other one. Okay, cool. Already. Yeah, I like the height. I'm not a big fan of the old school legends. I saw them. I remember I wasn't collecting as much at the time when they were out, but I just was never a fan. They looked over articulated. They looked too toyish. They just looked ungodly. And I just hated their aesthetic. Like the old Toy Biz one, no offense if you love them, hey, that's cool. I just never did care for them. So I always passed on them, and I'm glad I did, because now Hasbro is making these and they look more comic book accurate. They don't look as crazy. Maybe they don't have all the same articulation. I'm kind of fine with that. I will find ways around that and make it work. Because mostly on my shelves, they just stand kind of, at the ready. They're not, I don't need to have them like doing anything. I don't have them in crazy battles. I've seen other people do displays where everybody's kind of in motion and battle. That is awesome. It's just not what I do. I like the ability to have them do that for certain shots and for certain pictures or setups that I want to do, but ultimately at the end of the day I don't want them to look too crazy. And I definitely didn't need like a 2-foot tall Apocalypse. I think it's cool. I hope for those who are fans, they do eventually make like a 14-inch, because I know Apocalypse can grow bigger. I like that we're getting the claw accessory now that we know of with the Archangel figure that's coming out, which I cannot wait to get. But yeah, I just think this guy looks great. I like this height. I'm gonna compare him with a couple other ones, but this to me is just like walking around Apocalypse. So yeah, there he is. For those of you, hopefully you can see well, but almost complete. I'm plugging the hoses. Those go in really easy, which is nice. This whole thing fit together really easy too. There's no like jamming or having to like really try to screw things in like crazy either. So very happy about that. All right, there's the hoses, and now we're gonna finish them off. And hold on, turn them around. The neck piece thing gets in the way a little bit, and I don't want to fuck her. There we go. Oh Lord. Okay, yeah. There's a little paint on one of mine's upper teeth. But overall, I'm not too upset with that whatsoever. He looks amazing. This guy is awesome. I'm barely looking at him. I know you're like, how do you know he's awesome? You just took him out and you've been showing the camera. I'm already impressed. I love it. I really wanted this figure. And for an Apocalypse, this guy is boss. Again, everything, there's a little paint over the teeth. On the top row, but I just think he's badass. There he is. For those of you, hopefully you can see him well with me behind him, but he looks fantastic. So yeah, definitely happy about this. Little comparison with the other Build-A-Figures. Actually, wow, he's bigger than I thought. He's about the same. He's similar height to Juggernaut here. So put them up face to face. And yeah, Juggernaut's a little bit bigger, a little taller, obviously broader, which Juggernaut should be. Because that's, what he's known for. But Apocalypse still stacks up, though, really well. And then we have only other X-Men villain that I have. Come this back into focus. Hello. Come on. There we go. Is Onslaught. This would be a good matchup. Just because I remember Onslaught was a beast. And they are almost identical height. Like, that is basically neck and neck. But yeah, they look good together. Oh, Onslaught has the old articulation. He's a little wonky, but I still like the way he looks. But yeah, this Apocalypse is definitely Apocalypse is, to me, is as iconic as Juggernaut and Magneto. So now this will be my current shelf of villains, which I am super stoked for. Already they look pretty badass all together. So yeah, I'm liking that. All right, I think that's gonna do it. We built Apocalypse, yay! And we, made a huge mess all over my room. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, leave me a comment. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if these are way too friggin' long or just super stupid. Call me names, I don't care. Just let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, wow, you're my new best friend. All right, bye.